Hi everybody, welcome to 4th grade. We're excited to have you with us this year. We're going to talk a little bit about what we can expect this school year. First, we'll start out with homework. Homework is assigned every day of the week, Monday through Thursday, and will be written down in agendas at the start of the week. Please initial your child's agenda book after every evening. Math and spelling homework will be assigned every night, and each content area should not take more than 15 to 20 minutes. Additionally, we ask that your child read a little bit every evening. Sometimes there'll be homework in other academic areas. If homework is not completed, we'll write a note in your child's agenda book. And lastly, homework completion is a part of their grade on Edline. Moving on to assessment folders, each of us will send home an assessment folder every Thursday. It'll have all the graded work from the previous week. Please sign and return them every Friday. And all of the graded assignments will be posted onto Edline on the specified dates. Now for regrouping, we regroup for math, usually after the first topic, and regrouping is based on past data, and a committee of classroom teachers, our enrichment teacher, and administration reviews all the students. If your child moves out of their homeroom class for math instruction, you'll receive notification. Speaking of math, we are going to continue on with our Envision Math just like last year. You became familiar with all the different online resources that you can utilize for you and your children to work your way through the different lessons. There's a big, thick workbook that will come back and forth every day. It'll have their schoolwork and their homework in it. Please don't tear any pages out of that book. There's also going to be a lot of extra practice pages that we won't get to in class that you're welcome to do at home in preparation for any topic assessments. We'll also have reviews in class. And very importantly, we ask that children become fluent in their facts, specifically multiplication. That'll be very helpful as we work our way through the 4th grade content. Now for word work, this year we're going to use Words Their Way, which if you've been at our school before, a lot of the other grades use this program as well. Homework will be glued inside of a composition book and can be brought back and forth to school each day. And pre-tests will be completed in their agenda book on Thursday evenings. If we only have 3 days in a school week, we will not have spelling, but if it's a 4-day week, we'll just double up one of the homeworks one of those days and carry on with having spelling homework. For our reading instruction, obviously we encourage your child to read anything that interests them. At this stage in the game, they're moving from learning how to read to reading to learn. They're going to have so many different opportunities this year to read all different sorts of texts, from the anthologies to chapter books, newspapers, magazines, level readers, articles, all sorts of great things will be available to them this year. One of our favorite things to do are novel studies. Children will have the opportunity to read a variety of different novels this year. It'll be based on their Lexile, which is linked to the Scholastic Reading Inventory, which they take every fall, winter, and spring. We regroup for novel studies after each of the SRI assessments, and your child will have the opportunity to read right on their grade level a whole bunch of different types of novel studies. We rotate through different teachers too, so it's a fun time and the kids love it. For writing this year, we're going to be using the Lucy Calkins writing curriculum. Students will have the opportunity to write different sorts of pieces, from narrative, opinion, and informative writing. And something really cool about 4th grade is every month we summarize our activities on a scrapbook page. And at the very end of the year, the children will take all their scrapbook summaries and produce a scrapbook that you guys will have as a memento of their 4th grade year. For science, we have 2 units of life science, and then we have 1 unit on rocks, minerals, and materials engineering. Moving away from the county-created packets, children are going to do science notebooking. They had a lot of practice doing this last year as 3rd graders. They'll have a composition book, and they'll record their own notes and diagrams, drawings, annotations, and they did have a lot of practice, and while it's a little different, they have more ownership over their learning experience, and it's a more creative way to take some valid notes and learn new content. When we have science assessments, we send home a outline of what will be on the final assessment, and you can study it throughout the unit, and then we hold a review the day before the test in class. For social studies, our entire year is devoted to Maryland studies. Just like in science, we'll send home an outline that your child can look over as we go through the unit to help them prepare for the assessment. For our Patriot program this year, they have a Maryland Day project. We don't actually make projects. Instead, we devote the whole day, Maryland Day, March 25th, to learning about our state. We have some Maryland snacks. They create a little project in class, and that will satisfy their Patriot program requirement for the Maryland Day project. This is just a slide reminding all of us of our roles for parents, students, teachers, and all of us alike, and making sure that we communicate with one another, that we're responsible for our homework or our materials. If your child is going to be doing band or orchestra this year, that they are responsible for any content that they miss during class. So we'll all work together as a team. And should you need to contact any of us throughout the year, here's our email addresses. You can write us a note in the agenda. Please keep lines of communication open. And we're so looking forward to meeting you and your child this year. It's going to be a great year. And see you soon.